All right, just my mic. All right, I gotta move forward here, man. We gotta I don't know. We gotta get this machine gun firing off peanuts at the bacon. What? All right, last character I worked on was Ken. I'll load him up here. I added in some frames to this animation. Mostly I added a blink. I added some physics to his pants, specifically to the bottom part, and this is the end result. Looks like that. It's pretty good. Other tweaks I made. Let's jump over to it. Tweak the crouch. For the crouch, I added a physics drop for his hair, for the sleeve on his gi here, and also for the lower part of his pants. I added a blink animation, and now the crouch is fully animated instead of just being one sprite. Let's play it out. That's what it looks like now. CLS is kind of the collision boxes rather, kind of in a way there, but you get the gist of it. Those of you who've seen the who sat through the previous video and watched me, do it. All right, so I'm going alphabetically. The next character, the next vanilla character in MVC2, following Ken is. Come on, baby. There's so many characters here, man. Trying to be careful here and make sure I don't skip anyone by mistake. Morgan? No, that's Master Morgan, not that Morgan. Megaman? Megaman's next? Yeah, Megaman. I'm pretty sure Megaman's an MVC2 character. Let's open up Megaman here. Let's jump over. Yeah, Megaman's next. Uh, you can't really do a physics drop on Mega Man because Mega Man's a robot. He doesn't have like you know anything to drop physically. Let's display it. Oh wow, that's a that's a pretty bad idol. Uh, boy, I'm almost scared to touch it. It's so nothing. He has a blink animation which is good, and for some reason the blink animation works on multiple frames. It just his idle somehow this is so lazy, but his idol is sitting on one sprite. He's just completely static, and I'm trying my best to understand why they did that. Maybe they made him so static to mimic or to get the point across that he's a robot. But if that's the case, why is he blinking like a human being? Oh boy, I need some consistency here. Alright, I'll just, man, good God, come on, man. I'm just gonna duplicate the frame. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna name the duplicate triple one because I work on threes for the index. I'm gonna open it up. Oh boy. Uh, let's put just a little bit of animation in this bad boy, man. I'm going to just as a starter. Let's move his torso here. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's a special kind of lazy, man. I feel like it tricked us too. It tricked us. And I'm guessing this is the same sprite actually from MVC1. That's nuts though. How'd they get away with doing this? Well, I guess people didn't care. I didn't care when I was little and I was playing this. I just appreciated the game existing. That's pretty nuts though. I've never seen anything like this. Oh man, he's got like the most fluid, awesome looking blink, and then nothing else moving. That's crazy. All right, let's save this out. Close it. I'm gonna do a duplicate. I'm gonna relabel this duplicate. Again, I work on threes, so it'll be triple one. I'm gonna open this bad boy up. I'm just gonna just keep gradually moving stuff as they come to mind here, of course. I think I want this fist to shift inward like this. I'm going to take the eraser and delete anything behind the fist that I just shifted that I don't want to move. Make sure there's no artifact in here. Ooh, that would have been a headache later. All right, I'm going to go to the bottom layer and delete whatever's behind the part I just moved, like so. I wonder if there's, I'm just testing here. Okay, just curious. All right, save it, close it, reopen it. I'm gonna do one more shift here, but not just one. I'm gonna do some more shifts here rather. I think I'm gonna move this bicep, not bicep, but this forearm. Just gonna shift it inward like that. Trust me, there's a method to my madness here. I have a very high IQ when it comes to understanding just how animations work and function in general. So there may be times where I do things animation wise with these sprites where you have no clue what's going on in my head, but you'll always understand, I promise, when I'm done. Okay, I think that's fine. I'll save it out, close it out. Yeah, that's fine for now. I'll create a duplicate of that, and the duplicate's going to be called, excuse me, it's going to be triple three because it follows chronologically. I'm going to let's do more here. I want to shift all of this down just for now. Then I'm going to do something special. I'm going to control exit like that. Do a little bit of tweaking right here on his boot, just that, and save it out, close it out, reopen it up, and let's move. I'm trying my best to be smart here. Okay, so that's the first job. Maybe his head. Nah, let's do more torso stuff. I actually want to shift his arms in more. Let's see if I can snag all this from the shoulder down. Let's see if I can somehow shift this in too, like that. I'm just going to delete what I don't want to move here, which is everything pretty much, oops, everything behind this, his arm, or his hand rather. Just delete it all. And let me think, there should be a stretch right here. I may have made a mistake there. I might have to draw that. Maybe I didn't make a mistake. Let's shrink the eraser down. I'll put on about 2 points. Because I definitely want to keep the top. Nope, 2 points, bad idea. Let's do one. I definitely want to keep this line work right here on the shoulder. I want that. And let's go to the back layer. Let's blow the eraser up to about 4 or 5 points. And let's delete everything behind it carefully. Like that. That's what I was shooting for. Let's see how that looks. Save it out, close it out, reopen it. And I'm gonna do again, I want both of his arms to shift in. So I'm gonna snag this other arm too. Maybe go over a little more, maybe like right here. I'm gonna snag all of that and just move it inward. I think it may be down too. I'll do inward. Yeah, let's do. This is getting tricky. I'll keep it like this for now, just 'cause I want to see, you know, what it looks like. So everything I don't want to shift, which is really up here by the face, uh, let's reduce this down to 1 point. I'm going to keep the shoulder like that. Let's blow the eraser back up. Let's hit the bottom layer. Let's hit everything back here. Okay. Let me jump back on this top layer. Make sure there's no artifacting on the face really quickly. Okay. Jump back on the bottom layer. I'm not shifting anything. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. So I mistakenly clipped part of the leg when I was copying there. So I'm just gonna delete all that. All that. Okay, that should rectify the issue there. I might have to, let's get artsy fartsy. I'm about to do some little bit of line work here. Not a biggie. Not a biggie. Jump back on the top layer. I'm gonna draw this line back in. Looking a little weird. Actually, I probably can move that down more. Okay. Looks like all the stuff is on the bottom layer here. Snag this black. I'm just gonna pull this black down like that. That should do it. Alright, save this bad boy, close it out. What was that, three? I'm working on threes, one, two, three. So I just made three frames, three animation frames there. He should be good on his blink. So I'm gonna save it out, jump over to the animation itself, open up the animation. One, two, three, four, five. I'm guessing I worked off of frame one, and frame one is sitting on 60 seconds. So I'm gonna take this frame one right here, copy that. I might need to make space here because all of this is just, let's be honest, this idle in its entirety, it's just a freaking blink. I'm gonna make an invisible idle text there. I'm gonna paste my frames. One, two. I just made three frames total. So I just made three frames. Let me number these first so that I don't get confused. I know I made one, I made two, and I made three. And this I still need to have a starting frame here. So what I'm going to do is put this here. The timing makes no sense. Let's fix that. There we go. 6 frames out of a second. Zero, one, two, back to zero. What? What? So I'm going to cover this up. Okay. And then back to zero. So that should be a full movement animation. And then it goes back to this. And then he breathes. This technically doesn't have to be 60 frames anymore. So I'll put this on 6. Remember, this is the initial idle animation. All of this, I'm assuming, is just this blink, which I could probably separate here like that with an invisible text. Break it up. This should all be part of the initial animation there. I don't need the zero, do I? Because it'll be sitting on a loop. Speaking of loop, let's put my loop start in here so that it repeats everything below the word loop start. And let's see. So it should play out, and then when it gets back, it'll have a blink. I have to be careful here because I don't want them to blink for every movement. So I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to just paste. I shouldn't have pasted it there. I have to create a space first. Paste. Dang it, I did it twice. Okay, about four works, and then it goes into the blink, the initial blink there. Kind of a stickler for detail here. I'm gonna take this blink, or I will take this blink here, cut it, and I'm going to put it actually over this frame. Okay, it's a very slow, it's a super slow blink. Let's see what this looks like first before I pass judgment on it. All right, let's apply. Let's close it. Let's play it out. Okay, it's moving kind of fast, but it's something. It looks like one of the frames is missing too. Where's that frame? Zero, triple three, two, one, zero, one, two, three. Huh? That's super odd. Did I miss? Did I name it wrong? Zero, one, two. Yep. Wow. I just created this whole animation and I forgot to put my triple three. That's weird. Don't worry, easily fixed. I'll just double up the two. like that, and then I'll re. Wow, I can't believe I did that. Sorry, I have a bird brain sometimes. Unfortunately, very carefree, very lax dude. Two two two. Let's take this. Put this here. Can't believe I did that, man. All right, apply, close. Let's play it out. Much better. Oh boy, I got nervous. There we go. Now Mega Man's idol is properly animated. That I don't know what the original. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were doing. That was weird. All right, let's go over to 11. Let's see 11. Hopefully it's animated. For God's sake, nope, it is not. Same thing as this. God dang it. All right, so the crouch animation is sitting on one sprite, literally one frame. The only thing that's animated in this crouch is this blink. I don't understand what they were trying to do here. I'm going to let's just get into it. Jeez. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm not speaking out of anger here either. It's just annoying to see like some effort put into the, you know what I'm saying? It's annoying to see little effort put into the animation instead of just follow through. Okay, for this, I can't do the same thing for this because I have to be very aware of how the anatomy works. So I'm gonna do a shift down right here. Don't want this to shift. I just want the torso to move slightly downward like this. Let's keep his undies bottom of his hand there. Have to keep his undies on him. Okay. I'm going to carefully trim his hand here. In dangerous territory right here. Okay. Doing the wrong thing there that could have turned out disastrous actually. But that looks fine. I'll hit the back layer rather, and then I'll delete everything back here. Trying to keep in mind I shift it downward. Okay. I think that's it. And that's just for just a very slight movement here. I'm gonna save it out. I'm going to close it out. I'm going to duplicate the frame. I'm going to label this frame triple two. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to do just a little bit more movement. We could really use some animation here. Give my guy Mega Man a little bit of love here. Alright, shift in, shift down. Thinking down, thinking down. Yeah, shift it down. Delete everything up top like this. Like so. Went a little too far there. Went a little too far. Sorry, man. I'm a desperate man at the end of his pitiful rope. Apologize in advance for all that extra energy. Alright, just deleting stuff behind it. Just the stuff I'm not trying to shift here. I'm just gonna completely just get rid of it. Make sure there's no artifacting. Oops. Again, make sure there's no artifacting on the leg and the arm. There. So this is what I want to shift. I want to reduce this eraser a little bit. I want to keep this part of the arm, just the upper part. Yeah, I want to keep that. This, I think low key, this should shift down too. Let's get artsy here. Just do some quick tweaks. Like that should be. I need this blue. Give me this blue. What are you doing? Give me the blue. Alright, I'm going to other layer. I hate that. Alright, there we go. Snag this blue and just shift it down like that. Again, the method to my madness, it is very hard sometimes to understand what I'm doing, but you'll get it. Trust me, you'll get it when it's done. Love it. Okay, now let's hit that back layer. Let's blow up this eraser about 3 points. One, two, three. All right, let's delete everything behind this arm that I just shifted in carefully. Okay, all right, that's all I shifted was his arm. I'm going to save it, close it. I'm going to duplicate, name that duplicate 333. Open up that duplicate. I'm going to do some more shift work. I'm heavily focusing really on this arm right here. This arm is vital. It is so vital that I move this arm right here because it's going to drive me crazy if I don't. I'm going to shift this over. Let's preemptively hit this back layer, get rid of anything behind it. Okay. And since it's a shift, I'm going to trim around it to make sure I'm not moving things that I don't want to move here. Okay. I have my music playing in the background. I have like a playlist playing other stuff that I like to hear. Loki, I think this should shift. Let's hit this bottom layer. Let's grab this blue. I'm going to shift this blue over just a just a tad bit like that. And I'm going to get back on this bottom layer, snag this lighter blue so I can get this gradient in here. Shift that over too. Trust me, that'll make sense later. Okay, so there's a little bit more shift for that arm there specifically. Want to do something special here? Let's save it, close it, reopen it. I need to snag this other hand right here. I noticed like the entirety of this animating that I've been doing, I never touched this hand here. It's going to be kind of it's going to be weird. So maybe like a shift downward like that. Just give him a little bit of action Jackson, a little bit of movement. Jump back on this top layer. Action Jackson. What? All right. So delete everything that I'm not trying to move here. Okay. Okay. Crazy man. This is crazy. All right. I'm gonna save it. Close it. Save it all. Says three. Okay. So these are my new crouching animations here. Okay. I'm thinking about shifting like his upper body too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why not? Yeah, why not, man? So let's duplicate this. Make the duplicate 444. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to do some shift work here. Have to be very careful here. Might need a little bit of art brain. And I already almost made a mistake there. I need way more of the leg. I need that. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is should it be downward or should it be over? I think it should be over. I actually think it should be over. So I'm going to take the eraser, blow the eraser up, make it very big. And for this specifically, I'm going to delete all the things I don't want to shift. I don't want to touch this arm because I want to simulate his elbow sitting on the top of his knee there. So I'm going to leave that where it's at. Oh, I might have to get this leg too though. I didn't consider that. I'm gonna have to get that leg too if I do that. That's kind of stupid. I take that back. So the only thing I'm going to shift here is this upper part of his leg here. Being careful not to take his foot with it. Uh, Probably this leg too. This shouldn't shift technically. Just gonna trim, just carefully trim around. So it's going to stretch. It's gonna have like a stretching look right there on that leg. I'm not sure if that's going to look appealing. Make sure I get this foot. Just checking for artifact in here. So that should give him a nice little movement forward. I'm hitting this back layer. I'm just deleting everything behind him. Okay, fist, which I didn't shift this time. Okay, so all of that should shift. What's back here? Whoa. Okay, let's move about two up. Yeah, let's do two. All right, it looks fine. Let's bottom it a little bit. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm just skimming over, making sure I didn't miss anything here. This fist is looking funny right here, huh? See it right there on the knuckle. Let's save it, close it, reopen it. Let's grab this knuckle here. That's obviously screwed up. I'm just gonna copy Control C, Control V, and shift that bad boy over like that. Save me some of the trouble of having to animate it, or rather, some of the trouble of having to draw it manually. Again, I work smart. Okay, that should be fine. It's a lot of black right there. But then again, the shadow, black acts as a shadow for the artwork at times. That might be fine right there. I'll leave that alone. Save it, close it. There's my fourth frame there. So I'm gonna save it out. Don't worry, I trust my ability here. So that it was one through four, one through four working on threes. I already saved it. I'm gonna jump over to animation. Open up the animation. This is the idle. I have to keep in mind the idle is just essentially one blink. I'm gonna take this frame specifically, make a little space here. I'm going to do some labeling here. I'm going to call this invisible text idle, and I'm going to make another invisible text. I'm going to call this invisible text, uh, and that's temporary. Now let's plug in my idle here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I made 4 frames, and then it has to go back. So 3, 2, yeah, just 3, 2. So I have to be careful here. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's put my zero back. For the love of God, put the zero back. All right. I don't like the frames it works on, so let's put it on 6. Can't have 60 frames for um for a single swipe frame here. It'll look ridiculous. All right. Copy this, paste this here, and then it works into the blink there. So this technically I could triple this or quadruple this up. So that's what I'm gonna do. 1, 2, let's do 4. Okay, and then it'll go into the blink animation there. And this, technically this can be 0 now. So I put that on 0. All of this should work on a loop start. So I'll put my loop start in here. And again, loop start just says, hey, replay what's under this word. Okay, so it's going to replay all this over and over. The blink is safely working on what I would call the fourth movement iteration. All right, let's save it out, or rather apply it, close it, let's save it. Hopefully if I did this right, it should be you should have a animated crouch here, complete with the blinking, with the same blinking animation. I'll play it. There we go. Perfect. It's beautiful. There we go. I just animated Megaman from MVC2's crouching animation. He is no longer one freaking sprite with a jarring, odd, creepy, slow animation for the blink. Good God, I love this, and that looks really good too. All right, save it. Jump out. Let's save it again, or rather save the sprites. And that's pretty much it, man. That's how it's done, folks. That's God bless.